Minion in! Devs were very adamant they did not want a player-to-player trade system. I'm not an expert, or maybe I've been at this long enough now to be one, I don't know. But if you look at the recent trend of my videos and then following patches, it's almost like the devs are watching. I'm sure it's just coincidence because they, like me, are good at their job. But hey, I'm 5 for 5. Take that, people who said my ideas were terrible. Okay, let's talk solutions. As much as I'd like to go on a tirade about douchey market practices, that's not what I want this to be about. Here's what I actually want to talk about. There will be no player-to-player trading system. Ever. This was stated very specifically and in those exact words to us back when the game first came out. Devs felt that allowing player-to-player trade would greatly imbalance or even break the in-game economy. When you make a new game, finding balance is kind of like playing darts. Sometimes you hit the target, sometimes you wing a dart into a waitress. Now, having observed this economy and its issues since the game early on, I really want to revisit that concept, and here's exactly why. Players have found a way around the no trade rule. There is tons of player-to-player trading going on in Bless Unleashed every day. You stand at the market NPC, and so does your friend who wants to give you an item. You find the category for the item that your friend wants to give you, list them from lowest price up, and then spam refresh that list. Your friend then places that item on the market for 1 star seed. It shows up on your list, you buy it, voila, player-to-player trade. So the devs may have been right. Maybe player-to-player trade is causing an economy imbalance, or maybe forcing us to trade in this way is what did the damage. Hard to say, but honestly, with all the trading we're already doing, you might as well give it to us as a feature. MMOs are supposed to be about community and cooperation when we're not killing each other. Well, let us act communicatively and cooperate with each other. At least a guild trading system so you can sell things to your guildies at a discount or pass gear you no longer need to lower guildies, because helping your lower guildies out is an investment in your own progression, as long as it doesn't help them skip a learning curve. Like it or not, there is an impromptu player-to-player trading system in Bless Unleashed. It wasn't what you intended, but there it is. The serious rules lawyers here may cry exploit, and some of you may be surprised that I'm not one of them. Yes, technically and by definition of the word exploitation, people are exploiting a loophole in the player market to give each other items, and we're not supposed to be able to do that. But it's using existing mechanics and no glitches, so it doesn't fall under the category of what we in the business call a game exploit. No mechanics are being broken, and all the trading is happening within the system as it was designed. The devs just didn't think you were going to do that. At this point, if player-to-player trade was going to do any damage to the economy, it will have done so by now. But giving us one as a feature would help make those transactions more secure, because sometimes if you're very unlucky, someone will snipe that trade out from under you in the market, and that item is gone. It's a risk everyone knows about, but it's a risk everyone takes because people will always want to help each other out, and I don't see why that's not encouraged. Another trend that is becoming more and more common is direct trade through chat. Instead of putting an A-grade weapon on the market, people are shouting "want to sell" in global chat. People can whisper a response with a price offer, then the two players go to a market NPC to complete the trade. Really, if this is going to persist, the customary thing to do here is to give us a trade channel. Another more malicious thing that's happening increasingly, if you're not aware of it yet, is that there are already scammers out there promising you A-gear or mount cards, for instance, for real money. You transfer them actual cash, PayPal or whatever, and then hope and pray that they actually keep their word. More often than not, I see people upset because they got ripped off. Giving us trade and restricting in certain ways, and I'll get to that later if you stick around, is a good step towards protecting gullible players from being scammed. Hey, speaking as a dev here for a moment, if someone is going to pay money for digital goods that you created inside your game, then shouldn't the person getting the money be you guys, not some asshat with a fake eBay account? Not to say you're to blame for this happening. To those of you who have been scammed, and I'm trying not to be harsh here, it's kind of on you. Why would you agree to something like that in the first place? You're practically begging to be taken advantage of. Don't buy in-game items for real money, especially if they ask you to pay in advance. Come on. The way I see it at this point, devs have two choices. double down and stop people from trading through the market, or enable us to cooperate better with each other by giving us a better trade system. Put a pin in that thought, it'll tie in nicely in a minute. I'm all for free market, but as a feature in a game that is being misappropriated, and whenever a feature of a game is being misappropriated, it really comes down to two things you can do. Either stop players from doing the thing, or give them a better way to do the thing. I said I was going to suggest a solution, and what I'm about to propose will fix all 4 of the problems that I've described. My suggested solution, and what I would do if I was a dev on this project, is create an automated market based on supply and demand. Stop letting us set our own prices, let the market dictate cost dynamically. Have a system that raises prices with demand and lowers them with supply. For example, let's say the default cost of a green armor fortification stone is 10 star seeds. The more people buy them from the market, the higher the price becomes automatically. So that if lots of people are getting green stones, the price will go up slightly with each purchase. On the other hand, if lots of people are posting those green stones for sale, that will make the price go down. The larger the supply, the lower the cost. The resulting market price will accurately depict the actual economic value of the item based on the trading behavior of the players. Not only would this method stop all malicious and irresponsible damage done to the market by players, it would also stop all player-to-player trade. To be clear, I am all for player-to-player trade, but the devs don't want us doing it, and if they really want us to stop, this is how they would prevent it. My hope is that they automate the market and give us a direct trading system. But let's talk about why the trading system could be bad and why the devs don't want one. For one thing, it might make the market practically obsolete. Imagine global chat when you can just trade directly, and people don't have to go to the market anymore and pay tax. Incoming global chat trade spam. They could make a trade channel, but you and I have been around long enough to know that people will still post trade spam in general chat anyway, and we know the Bless Unleashed in-game chat is already grossly under-moderated. Want to sell shit? PM offer! That's a problem, but as luck would have it, I have a solution for that too. Make the new trading system either possible only within your guild, or make it impossible to trade star seeds outside of the player market. That way people aren't using direct trade to get around the market tax, and anyone actually trying to earn seeds will have to continue to use the market. The thing is, if they do at some point decide to give us direct trade, they're going to have to include solid restrictions with little loopholes to protect the player market from just collapsing completely. On the other hand, if they want to stop all trading, taking away our ability to dictate prices on the market is the only option. I personally think the most favorable fix for this system is dynamic auto pricing on the market and a player-to-player trade system that does not allow the transfer of star seeds. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so leave a comment or join my Discord, link in the description below, and like and subscribe for more content. Now go be freaking heroes. Minion out.